Hello there, YouTube. Welcome if you're a first-time viewer. Welcome back if you have watched my whopping one YouTube video so far. I had hoped on getting this video made and uploaded Saturday, Sunday at the latest. Here it is, Monday night, and we're finally getting to it. Better late than never, right? So, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be an All My Dolls video. I think I had maybe mentioned that in my last video, that this is what I was planning on doing for my next video. I just really want to introduce you guys to the whole crew. Everybody's here. I had to get a couple little guys out of storage and stuff like that. But everybody's here. I'm really excited to kind of give you guys more of a deep dive into the world that is my crazy doll collection. I have a list that I had to get my old phone out. Part of the reason that this video was so late is because I had to find this, charge it, software update, all that jazz. But we are finally here because I have a list, and I'm using my phone to record. So I have a list of all my dolls in order of the order in which I got them. And then it's broken down into subcategories. So the bulk of it is going to be 18-inch dolls, and then bitty babies, wellies and hopscotch and all that. The smaller dolls and all that stuff. So without further ado, I figure we're going to, since these are my newer dolls, these three are my newer dolls. They're going to be at the end of the video mostly. So I figure we're gonna loop around and come back here. I don't have my room set up like this all the time. This is my front room. I've got a bedroom and a little library. But I don't have my front room set up like this all the time. They're usually more in the closet, but I've kind of spread them out so as to make them a little bit nicer to view, and they're not as clustered, and it'll be easier to get around in the closet. So here we go. So starting with this shelf in the closet, we've got Jenny, who is my first bitty baby. I introduced her in the last video. And then her brother Alex, who was my first boy doll, and he's a bitty twin, and he's got, some stains on his face and stuff. He's well played with. And then there's sister April, who is more recently acquired, because I always wanted a bitty baby. She's got a major stink eye right now. And he's been into stuff that he shouldn't be. But I always wanted, as a child, I always wanted a bitty baby with the black hair and the green eyes. And then while I was out of it, out of collecting, not consciousness, they released her, and then they discontinued her before I got back into collecting. So I found her on eBay for a steal of the deal for the condition that she's in, and how hard she was to try to come by at the time. So those are 3 out of 6 of my bitty babies. And then we've got Peter down here in the corner, with his brother Blake and little Aiden, who I also got for a steal of a deal on eBay because he had this mark on his face, and I was going to try to get it out, but I almost think it looks like a birthmark, and I think it's just adorable on him. So I said, no, not today. My mom got me this little guy the first year that we got into collecting for Christmas. The year that we got into collecting, she got me him for Christmas. And then I found him on eBay and had initially gotten him as a gift for my nephew, but then ended up keeping him because he was just too cute that I couldn't resist. And so those are my biddies. So then over here we have my Hopscotch Hill schoolgirls, Logan, who I got for Christmas when I was 12 or 13. And then Hallie, who I got the following spring with my own dope. And then down here we have Piper and her boyfriend CJ. And Piper is a teen trends doll that Mattel released a couple years after discontinuing the Hopscotch Hill School line. They essentially have the same body, cheaper plastic, and then like giant hollow Barbie heads that boop. And then her boyfriend CJ was a BFC Inc. doll when they did their 18-inch dolls. I found him on eBay. I had to pay an ungodly amount of money for him. I almost renamed him Buyer's Remorse, because as soon as I got him, I was just like, why did I spend the money on this little dude? He's cute, but he didn't come with shoes, and finding clothes and shoes for him are like impossible. Ignore the chair that my cat destroyed. But yeah, so it's just his hair. I don't know, like, but he's cute, and I'm glad I've got him. And if anything, he'll probably increase in value. And then over here we have Jessie, who is my little Faith and Friends doll. If you are familiar with the Life of Faith dolls, she's essentially the Hopscotch Hill School equivalent of a Life of Faith doll, but like years and years before Batet or American Girl were making dolls of that size. But she's 13 inches instead of 14, so she is a little bit smaller than a Welly Wisher, and her head's way smaller. It's definitely more proportionate to the rest of her body. But she's really cute. She was like the last doll that I got for Christmas as like a teenager, before like growing out of them or whatever. But yeah, so those are them. And now to get onto the meat of it, to the 18-inch dolls, because that's what we're all like really here for. They're our absolute favorite. I mean, I'm assuming they're all of our favorites. They're my favorites. And then the Welly Wishers and Glitter Girls are just kind of going to be peppered throughout. But this is Jo, obviously. If you watched my last video, you heard me dote on Jo. She is my number one diva. She is my star. She is like the head of my AGIG. She's a theater kid. All of her little theater posters. This is her little room, her little nook. She does not have a shoe shopping addiction. You do. And yeah, she's like the 18-inch doll who's been in my collection for the absolute longest, and I adore her. I re-wigged her because she had a giant bald spot in the back where I had brushed her hair bald, putting her in pigtails so many times. And yeah, she's well loved. She's not perfect, but none of us are. Deal with it. And then if you come over here, you have her sister Heather, who is the rebuy of the 19, who was my first Girl of Today. But I love her just as much as my OG Girl of Today, Jocelyn, who I named after my mom because I was that kid. And yeah, she's a lot like Jo, but instead of being a theater kid and a Veronica Mars wannabe, no offense, Jo, she's a hairstylist, and just really into studying and her grades and all that jazz. She's a senior. Jo graduated, and she's hanging out with her friend Carmen, who is my only Journey Girls doll that my sister Michelle got me a couple years ago, and she's stunning, absolutely stunning. This is not necessarily the order of which I got them. This is really clustered, and I'm breaking everything that I said earlier, but here we are. I had to get Jo out, and like, since Jo and Heather are kind of a package deal now, they just go together. But if we go down here, I've got Heather's room on top of their garage, where Jo's car full of American Girl bags and boxes currently resides. And then under that we've got extras, seasonal stuff, the styling chair, Samantha's desk, and a wagon of teddy bears. So after Jo in the lineup of who I've had longest, comes my Logan, who I renamed Sasha. He was my first boy doll. He's got a little mohawk. He was my number one. He's a lot like Joe. He's my boy Joe, essentially. He's a Felicity. You can tell a lot by my dolls, a lot about my dolls by who their dolls are. And since my number one girl, like, American Girl collection doll is Felicity, so is Sasha's. He is a little rock star, just like Logan. He's also a writer, of course, because same. He's here with his little brother Orion. He's also a theater kid, though, so, like, his little brother Orion and their adopted half-brother, whatever you want to call him, Ashkelon, who does not have a mini American Girl, but a little Lori doll that I think kind of looks like him. And they are on their bunk bed. Logan, my 74, who is a surfer boy, soccer boy, football, baseball, hockey, you name it, lacrosse, he does it. So he has the top bed on the bunk, and Sasha has the bottom. These are not all Sasha's bears. The elephant is Ashkelon's, and then the four bears correspond to Sasha, Owen, their brother Cole, who is my little fashion boy. Cole, short for Colin, short for Kenneth Cole, depending on the day. And their brother, my mini-me, Alec. His name is Alec instead of Alex because my grandmother, once I changed my name, would call me Alec instead of Alex. Yeah, so that's her. And he's chilling on this awesome couch with Kanani, and his mini-me is Eddie. Or his mini-me, his mini American Girl, his American Girl doll is Addie. So those are like my main boys because they're all brothers, and I got most of them first, with the exception of Ashkelon, who I got this last year for Christmas. So not that you would be able to tell at all, because of the lineup so far and the way that I'm filming it and my ADHD. But so it went Joe, Sasha, Heather, and then after that I finally got one of the historical girls that I'd wanted for so long, and almost got over Joe instead of Joe for my 14th birthday, but then put her back last minute and then went running over to the Girl of Today counter and got Joe, because that's how they used to do it. You used to have to take a little slip of paper up to a counter. You couldn't like sit there and sort through the dolls. It was like, here's your doll, go away and purchase her. But if you were buying a Girl of Today anyways, at the old Chicago store, but so here's Nellie. She at the time, all the Nellies were listed at least $150 on eBay. And she was listed as a kit, so I got her for $40. And she was so new that her limbs were creaking still. They still kind of are, but yeah. So I finally got Nellie. I like her so much more than Samantha. I want all of Samantha's stuff for Nellie, but I personally don't want Samantha in my collection all that bad. After Nellie, I got Owen, whom you've already met. And after Owen, I got my first new girl, truly me since Joe, Lil Escarina, who was my first doll with like technicolored hair, and I adore her so much and like her so much more than I thought that I would. If you are on the fence about this girl, get her before she's gone because she is a gem. After Escarina, I decided that I really wanted to try my hand at customizing a boy doll. So I found a Rebecca with a botched wig, a horribly dried out, cut up, nasty wig, and I turned her into Emerson, who is kind of loosely based off of a character in a book that a little novella that I wrote a couple summers ago. And he's Escarina's brother. They have like the same eyes, similar skin tones. It's too perfect. And after Emerson's customization and restoration went so well, I got my first doll of color, and this is Zelda. She's so freaking cute, and she was my first Addie mold, and I'm absolutely obsessed with her. Shortly after finding her, I found a new version of my first ever 18-inch doll, period, that I got the Christmas of 3rd grade in 1999, and this is Jack, and he's so cute, so perfect. And he's wearing the glasses that I got the first time that I ever went to the American Girl store in Chicago. After finding a new Jack, I found a lifelong want doll. I finally found one that I really liked on eBay and got Felicity Merriman, and I couldn't be happier with her. She's got OG Felicity eyes with soft lashes, which is why the ones on the left are really jacked up. But pin curls intact, new body that was disclosed, and she came with 2 or 3 Felicity outfits, which made her even more worth it. After getting her, I had gotten another kit, but I didn't click with her because she was Be Forever kit, and so I gave her to my sister. And then I got this original kit because I had a kit, and I sold her because I needed money when I was a teenager. And so then I found this new kit that is so similar to my OG kit that I feel like I got my kit back, which was really nice. And then if we drop down, right down here, the next doll on the roster that I got was Kirsten. And she has extreme silver eye. She came with a horribly disgusting, dried out, brushed out wig that was so thin and so gross that I gave her Kit's old wig for a while, or Joe's old wig when I re-wigged Joe. I gave her Joe's old wig for a while until I could find a Kirsten wig on eBay that was nice and looks good. And I added a little bit of pastel for color too, because she's such an old, she's not white body, but she might as well be because she's so freaking old that yeah, I would definitely say probably 1991, first year that they went to the tan cloth for. The next 2 girls to join my collection were my Madame Alexander Elphaba and my Goots little sister Gots, whatever. I've heard people say it both ways, and now it's just throwing me. I used to say Gots all the time, so it just came out Goots. Anyways, my Goots little sister. It's gonna drive me insane. Anyways, I named her Atma because that's what people used to call the Romanov sisters, Oti, M.A., Olga, Tatiana, Maria, Anastasia. So I just named her Atma because she just looks very, very miserable. That little face. I don't know. I love her. I think that she kind of hates me, but I think it's a love-hate thing. Anyways, but yeah, so I've got them with this awesome canvas that my uncle's late partner did for me before he died. And so yeah, so it's just kind of like my little Wicked shrine. Wicked is my absolute favorite Broadway show, so I was just beyond ecstatic, thrillified when American Girl did their Wicked collab last year. It was great. The next 2 are brothers, little Daniel and Michael, who I renamed Oliver. Oliver with 2 O's. It's a weird city reference if you are a Jordan Peele fan. And yeah, they're Heidi Ott faithful friends. They're 19 inches tall. They have real human hair wigs. Heidi Ott is a doll designer from Switzerland. And they're so freaking cute. They were sold at Target for about a year. And then there was a big legal dispute that you can read about online if you are that big of a nerd. I spent like 3 hours reading the court notes from this case. Long story short, Target like screwed Heidi Ott out of her design and started making knockoffs while also still selling her original dolls in their store back in the 90s. And yeah, so it was this big thing. But her dolls are super cute. Daniel was like the first 18-inch ish, I think they might be 18 and a half inches doll. They have really long arms compared to the American Girl dolls, and they're like not jointed up here. It's just like sewn, and then plastic starts about here and goes down to little hands. But yeah, they're super cute. I've been looking for them for absolute years. This is their sister, Avonlea, who I got months and months later. But I've been looking for them for years, and I finally found somebody selling Daniel. I didn't even know Michael existed. But I remember wanting Daniel and throwing the world's biggest tantrum as like a 3 or 4 year old in Target because my mom wouldn't spend the $40 on him for me. And it was like the last time that I ever remember having like a big meltdown in the store because it was like, well, it didn't work. So I could be wrong. My mom will probably correct me later, but whatever. But yeah, so finally got them. I couldn't be happier with them because they, like, people talk about Holy Grail dolls. I had no real proof that these guys even existed, like, until I had them really in my hands. So they're like absolute unicorns, like white stags. They're it. They are it with a capital I. After them, I got little Victoria. She was the Costco ballerina doll that they were selling in the discount, the clearance on American Girl for like, I want to say $100, and then I had like or maybe $120, and then I had a $50 off. So she was like $70. I got one for me, I got one for my older sister, and I got one for my mom, and she's so cute. And after getting her, of course, I decided that she needed a brother and bit the bullet and finally got my little, gosh, what is he, 77? Somewhere around there. 75. My 75, little Tadashi. He's a Ravenclaw. And yeah, I love having sibling groups. I love having more than one in a little family because I feel like I can create stories for them so much easier if there's a sibling or a cousin or something to work with. But yeah, so I got Victoria, who I call Tori, and then her brother Tadashi. Then I finally added Molly to my group, to my collection. I'd gotten her with the intention of rewigging her and customizing her because she looked like crap in the pictures. And then I got her and her hair was like practically brand new, and I was like, holy crap, I can't touch her. I have like a perfectly good Molly who has slight silver eye and is stunning. And so yeah, so then I add Molly to my group. I got Avonlea right after Molly. I then got I believe this is actually 77, who I named Fiero because, like I said before, they were starting to really, it was right before like the switch, like the re-release of the Truly Me's with the new outfits and everything, and I was like, no, I need him before he's gone. Like this guy who I missed out on and had to pay almost double for on eBay, and he was my next doll after Fiero, and his name is Dante. He's my 76. He was new in box, and yeah, and I really like him. He's cute. I wish that they would do more boys with this face mold. As I just mentioned, they were phasing out the old batch of boys because the new batch was coming out. So then we went to American Girl literally the day after they came out. We were going to be going anyways, and they were having a massive sale because of the new dolls coming out. So we went into the AG Chicago, and they had the new dolls out, as well as the Janny and Jack Christmas stuff. So we got like so much of that before it was even on Instagram or anything. So that was really cool. And this is Cole. He's my little fashion boy, and he's really fun. He's got a great personality. The last video cut me off. He's got a great personality, and he's actually in my storyline. So, I always wanted Kit to have a twin brother, and I always wanted him to have a twin brother, but he looks nothing like Sasha. However, they look enough alike because he's got Kit's colored hair and he's got Kit's colored eyes. So they are actually Kit's triplet brothers. It goes Kit, Cole, and Owen, and they are triplets. And they're Joe and Sasha's younger siblings. So yeah, so that's them. After Cole, I got my Corinne, who I named Tyler. And the same weekend that I got her, they were having a sale on all the older Truly Me's, so I got 44 also. This is Seidel. And that's her twin sister, Arwen, who I got like later that year for Christmas off of eBay. Getting Corinne definitely got me a little bit more interested in the Girl of Today line than I had previously been. And so I added Kanani to my collection. I found her hair was completely fried. So I got her for a lot less than I should have also. A lot of my eBay dolls I got for a lot cheaper. That's why I have them. Because I got like really good deals on them. But I recurled her hair like 2 or 3 times because it just wasn't getting to where I wanted it to be. And then I finally got her there, and I think that she's absolutely perfect. I take back what I said about getting Arwen for Christmas. I did not get Arwen for Christmas. I actually got Arwen earlier in the year, and then later that year. So when I got Arwen, the seller had offered me Arwen and this girl at the same time, but I could only afford one, and so I got Arwen. And then this girl sat in my cart until Christmas that year, like 6 months later, and she was still available. And so I finally got her, and I named her Bailey after Doll Studio by Chris's doll Bailey. I know she looks nothing like her, but I think that she just looks like a Bailey. And I was like, you know what? I was kind of obsessed with his channel at the time, and I was like, let's just do it. And so that's Bailey. The same year for Christmas that I got Bailey, I also got Philomena, who is my 122. And I know people either love her or hate her. I personally love her. She was like the only doll initially that I clicked with out of the like new releases. And yeah, and I really like her. I named her Philomena after Philomena Kunk. Huge fan of British TV and stuff like that. So I was just like, had really just gotten into Philomena Kunk at the time, and I was like, you know what? She looks like a little Phil to me. The week after that Christmas, on New Year's Eve, my mom and I went out to Target, and I found this little guy. His name was Cameron, but I straightened his hair, gave him a mohawk, and named him Hunter. And I think that he's just one of the cutest little guys ever with the flocked hair on the sides. I kind of wish American Girl would figure out how to do something like that, because I think it's just so cute. And then after buying Hunter, I came home and ordered Twyla from American Girl's end of year sale. I didn't really click with her at first because I didn't know who she was, and then I realized super recently that she is my 80s girl because I love Courtney. Well, I don't love Courtney. I love Courtney's collection, but I don't really care for Courtney personally, so Twyla was my answer. After Twyla, I got Princeton because I couldn't stand no longer having all of the boy dolls that American Girl had released, and he was with the new wave. And since he looks like Prince to me, I just named him Princeton, and I've just ran with that. So there's Princeton. Shortly after getting Princeton, my mom found this super original Felicity at work. She works at a thrift store, and she has found some amazing things. My next video, spoiler, is probably going to be a all the things that my mom has found at the thrift store video. So yeah, so I was super excited to add another Felicity to my collection. After Felicity, I decided it was time to finally add a little mini-me to my collection. He doesn't look anything really like me now because I'm bald as heck. But here he is, little Alec, as you've already met. But he's a customized Caroline with a Logan wig, so he's like double extremely uncirculated, like double one of a kind. Right after making him, my sister got me Carmen. And then we went into the American Girl Place Chicago on May 5th. My birthday's on May 6th. And I wasn't sure who I was going to get. Honestly, I was going to get the Hoffman twins, like super hard. That's who I had budgeted for and everything. But then we got in there and I saw Claudie and I was like, or I could just get Claudie in like most of her outfits. So I still have not bought two new dolls in store yet. That's still on my bucket list. And it's going to be the twins, of course. But at the time, I got Claudie. And then we were on the train home and I was on Instagram and I realized that May 5th is Claudie's birthday. So it was really perfect. And I believe May 6th, which is my birthday, is also Lila Monetti's birthday. So she'll probably be joining the collection soon enough because Taurus power. Right after adding Claudie Alberta Wells to my collection, I found this non-canonically correct Elizabeth Cole. Don't get me started on Elizabeth Cole doll. She's cute, but she's not my Elizabeth. She looks nothing like she did in the original descriptions or illustrations in the books. And for that reason, we have a lot of beef that goes back a long way. But I found her and I needed the doll that she came with. She was in a lot on eBay. And I ended up rewigging that doll and giving her to my sister. And keeping Elizabeth because she really is a gorgeous doll, and I finally got over everything, but like it took me a long time. And then I found my 26. I've wanted this doll since she came out. She's so cute. I love that she's like the lighter Addie with the lighter eyes and the hair that's just her hair was straight when I got her, super straight, and I had to recurl it, and I thought I was gonna have to send her in for a new head, which sucks because she's another one who her limbs are like creaky still. She's that new, and she's such an old doll, and I think she's like super original from like when she first came out. So, and she is Princeton's brother, and they're hanging out with my new Julie, who's an eBay doll. I got on eBay. Not that it matters. Like, I'm happy to add them from wherever they're from, but that's why she's chilling over here and not with the new. But yeah, she's over here because it's the little 70s setup, not because she's not new. She's just over here. She's chilling with her best friends. Shalala Lullaby is her stage name. She's a singer. She's a singer, songwriter, ukulele player. Similar, like, think Kimya Dawson. And that's her vibe. She's Princeton's brother. Princeton is a DJ, and Julie is just their hippy dippy friend who is wearing my summer take on Julie's dog walking outfit. I really want that outfit for her, but it's just too damn hot for her right now. So I just held off and was like, hold up, wait. I have almost those exact pieces, but in like summer options. So here we go. Similar color scheme, all of it. It's there. That is my answer to Julie's dog walking outfit. After that, my sister gave me the super original number 7, Girl of Today number 7 from the 90s. And I had that. It's the original. This is the original red vinyl jumper that I paid so much money for, and then they re-released it, and I wish I had never bought it because I'm so paranoid that something's going to happen to it because it is perfect. And yeah, so that's why it's on her now, because she is like perfect for her age, and yeah, I think it's such a cute outfit. And then I was on the hunt for a 43, and I found this doll who in the pictures kind of looked like a 43. The lighting was really bad, so I couldn't tell with the eyes. They're definitely Felicity eyes, as I found out as soon as she came. She was a 19 who had been torture played with, and so I cleaned her up and I got her a Lila Monetti wig, which is why I felt like I didn't need Lila until I found out that we shared a birthday, and then I was like, shit. All bets are off. But yeah, so that's little October Rose. And yeah, she's just really girly. She's Joe's best friend, probably. Sorry for the glare. But, and then I did something that I said I would never do. I paid $300 for this stunning. You guys don't even know how obsessed I am with FAO Schwartz. If it weren't for the fact that it was an FAO Schwartz girl, I probably wouldn't have bought her. I mean, like, it's cute, the toy soldier concept, it's cute and all that jazz. But if it were not for the fact that it was an FAO Schwartz pairing. So yeah, so this is Artillery Duff. I felt like she needed a military style something name because she's like the commander of the defense forces that protect my dolls when I'm not here. And I was, and still am, like, obsessed with Hilary Duff. Like, I was crazy in love with Hilary Duff as a child. And so yeah, so I was like, you know what, Artillery Duff is just a hilarious play on that. And so here she is, boys, here she is, world, here's Artillery Duff. And then there were disgusting rumors going around. There were whisperings amongst the AG tubers and the AGIGers that World by Us was being canceled, and I knew that I could not sleep on getting Yvette Peters any longer. And so I finally got her and named her River Song after the Doctor Who character because I'm such a freaking nerd. And her thing is red. Red all of the time. I mean, just always. If my Yvette is not in red, something's wrong. Someone else has her. Somebody else is controlling the collection, because yes, I think she just pops off so hard in red that she wears exclusively red in my collection. And then my hunt for a 43 finally came to an end, and I got Summer of Eve. And then after days and days of seeing other people posting American Girls at TJ Maxx, I went to the TJ Maxx store that I used to work at for like 7 years and found this little gem, who I had always kind of written off because I didn't care for her curls and stuff at the store and in the catalog and online. But finding her for $60 and having her in hand, I was just like, I need her. She's coming home with us. And my mom was like, I'll buy her for you. And I was like, oh, yes, thank you. And so yeah, so then I was like, what a gem. And had also recently, at the time, discovered Gemma Collins, who is hilarious. And so then I was like, she was already named when I found her. And then every year for the past 3 years, since getting back into collecting and getting my mom and sister and cousin into it, we've done what we refer to as Dollmas. And we just get together and we have champagne and hors d'oeuvres and we gift little dolls and stuff and, you know, whatever. And the first year we did American Girl dolls, the second year we did American Girl dolls from eBay, and this last year we did Batat dolls. We did Our Generation. And so I got Eloise. And after having 2 out of the 4 of the Street Chic girls, I decided that this last year for Christmas that the girl that I was getting myself was Octavia. It was the same Christmas that I got Ashkelon, who was my first create your own boy. And the first create your own doll that I have had period. I only have 2. So he was the first, and he is just so cute. So then the end of the year sale came, and I got Celeste. And was really taken with her right off the bat. But I only had her in Covey's performance outfit, and that was really the only outfit that I was feeling her in until they released this. And I feel there's so much more for her than I do Julie. And that's her little sister, Xanadu. And since American Girl was getting rid of the World by Us line, they were also on sale during the end of year sale. And I finally got McKenna, who I was really excited for because my mom's McKenna is so cute.
And then she came, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. Why does she look at me like she's giving me the stink eye? And then I realized that she's got white all the way around her right eye, but not her left eye. And so it looks like she is perpetually giving you the stink eye. And I get it. Like, I coughed in her face, like, right after unboxing her because I was getting over bronchitis. But come on. So the summer that I was in, like, not the summer. So the Christmas that I was in, like, 6th grade, Kmart had their line of 18-inch dolls, and they were Friends by Tolly. And my mom got me and my older sister ones. She got me the redhead with the green eyes, and my sister the brunette with the green eyes. And we no longer have them in our collections. But I did find, in all this time I keep searching Friends by Tolly on eBay, and all that comes are really nasty Walmart Tolly dolls, which were not my favorite. But I have managed to find this one singular Kmart Tolly in all this time. So this is Tilly the Tolly. Sorry to keep referencing the end of year sale, but I I got into so much debt during it, so I'm just gonna keep bringing it up because the next girly that I got was my little Aretha, and I am obsessed with this doll. Y'all don't even know. She she was like a dream come true. When I got her and half of her curls were squiggles, I was like, perfect. This is the perfect excuse to completely brush it all out and just afro the F out of her hair. So here we go, boys. Aretha Emerald. And next to her is her best friend, Saphira, who I also got at the end of year sale. And they are currently in the birthstone outfits that I have most of. I have all of them, and then I have, except for the March one, which is ordered and should be coming sometime next month. And with how horrible I was at the end of year sale, getting 4 brand new dolls, I told myself that after that I had a limit of 3 new dolls that I could acquire. I didn't get myself a cap for eBay dolls, which is kind of like a double-edged sword because I got Julie, so I technically have gotten 4 new dolls, but we live, we learn. So after January, I didn't get any new dolls until May, my birthday, May 6th, when I visited the Charlotte store with my beloved cousin and my beloved cousin's beloved husband. And I got Charlotte, my 128, and she is just... When I got her, I was planning on her being my little goth girl, and she has worn literally nothing but pink since I got her. It's her staple, it's her style, it's who she is. Get with it. I had to. So, and then after Charlotte, I finally got Addie, because the plan when we went to the Charlotte store was to get Addie, because they had recently re-released like original Addie for the birthday edition. But I was not feeling any of the Addie dolls that they had, and Obsessed Dollboy AG, I think that's his handle, said the same thing, that when he went to the Charlotte store, none of the Addies were like giving, like he wasn't feeling connected to any of them, and I was like, crap. So then I came home and ended up ordering the Be Forever Addie, and I'm so happy with her. She's so cute. She's everything that I wanted my Addie to be. And I just, yeah. So I did get her birthday outfit for her, but besides that, I just stuck with Be Forever Addie, because why not? After Addie came Julie and my little Cosmo, who I have added and accessorized a bit more since opening him. I feel like he's really coming into his style a bit more. He's got one hoop, a little arrowhead looking thing, the green glasses, the gloves, and then, you know, the Heelys and whatnot. The Heely, my mom also found those Heelys at the thrift store that she worked at, so double win. But stay tuned for my next video for all the stuff that my mom has found at the thrift stores. And we've got Orion, Mackie, who is Joe and Kit's little sister, Zoella, who is Zelda's little sister, Caressa, who is Gemma's little sister, Triss, who is Kaylee's little sister, and Xanadu, who is Twyla and Celeste's half-sister.
So yeah, so there we are. So that's it. That's my doll collection. That's all my dolls. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope that you have enjoyed the collection. Oh, come here. I hope that you have enjoyed the collection. I had to lock somebody up while I made the video, and this video took like 2 or 3 hours to make because I had to keep deleting things off my phone to accommodate all the little snippets and videos that I was doing. But here we are. So yeah, so I hope that you guys like it. I hope that you come back for more, and we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next time, and yeah, join me as we go through all the things that my mom has found at the thrift store that she works at. So yeah, until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you later, YouTube. Bye. And it was only after editing everything together that I realized that I forgot to introduce you guys to Diego, who is my second custom one-of-a-kind boy that I've made. Zoella, which is what I named my Kaylee. Melody, who was my first new historical doll and first new girl of color, who I bought like a week before getting Claudie. Also, itty bitty baby Riley, who is Sasha, Owen, Cole, and Alex's little baby brother. And itty bitty baby Heidi, who is Eartha's little sister. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's